Who are the BullshitBusters? Bullshit and Steve the Trollface. Between them more than 20 years of listening to a bullshit. They are just talking about bullshit and topping it with more bullshit.
Welcome to another episode of BullshitBusters. As you know, we are trying to bust the internet and YouTube bullshit. My name is Wolfgang and this is my research assistant Steve. Today we have decided to tackle one of the biggest internet bullshit, and that's 9/11 conspiracy. This video is addressing just generic 9/11 conspiracy, and we are not going to argue these things in comments, because that's not the idea of this video. Here in Trolls News, we are all for not listening to things you hear in media. Don't trust everything they tell you on TV, but in the same time, don't trust everything on the internet. And to be honest, this extends to this video. Don't trust us just because we said it. Do your research. That's why we won't argue. And to those of you who believe in 9/11 conspiracy, I get that you don't want to agree with what TV says, but don't jump for the first bullshit someone else says. To use analogy, if you don't want to eat a pudding, it doesn't mean you have to eat shit instead. Let's start with steel melting. Yeah, it's true that steel doesn't melt in temperatures of burning fuel, but no one said it does. Only the conspiracy sites are saying that steel was molten. There was a molten aluminum alloy from the airplane, which can melt in these temperatures, but no molten steel. Explosions inside towers. There were elevators falling in the building. Conspiracy sites are quoting people in different floors, but they often forget to quote people who were on the floors on which elevators were hitting the ground, who clearly say that the explosion sound is elevator hitting the ground. Of course, by ground, I don't mean street level. There were many elevators ending on different levels. No resistance of the floors when buildings were falling. When towers were falling, they were falling almost in speed of gravity. Of course they were. The buildings were massive. The collective weight of falling floors was no match for the resistance of the next floor. That's why they were speeding up. Because with every floor, you had another falling floor adding to the momentum of the fall. And people should stop comparing fall of 20-story building with 110-story building. Different weight and different architectural design will make building to behave differently. Pentagon was hit by a missile. This is mostly based on quote saying it was like a cruise missile with wings. Before that, the guy also said, "I saw American Airlines jet coming." He wasn't saying it was a cruise missile, he was saying that it was used like a cruise missile. Many people saw the jet flying and hitting Pentagon. If your mom says that I fucked her and it was like a jackhammer, it doesn't mean it was a jackhammer. It just means I was using my penis in such manner. Also, people are claiming that there was no plane found in the crash site. That's true. There were only parts of the plane everywhere and DNA of all but one passenger. The plane clearly crashed there. We addressed here just few of many things. Yes, some of these things sound possible if you leave out some details. But when you actually study all the materials, the whole theory sounds idiotic. Yes, some people are profiting from this tragedy, but that doesn't mean they made it happen. I would like to remind you that many conspiracy theorists made a shitload of money on their movies and books. Does that mean they made it happen? Thank you for watching and have a great bullshit-free day.
Takže točíš? Jo.
And it was much better experience than to using, and now I tell you what it says.